We can go back to Parliament and speak with correspondent Parker Wilson, who has been there monitoring events for us. Parker, why is the minister not appearing before the House to make the presentation? Have you had any explanation for that?
Yes, Aisha, I can confirm to you that there is an official explanation or reasons as to why the Finance Minister, Kenneth Reka, will not be appearing before Parliament today to answer the 12 questions we discussed early this morning. Now, if you look at the order paper for today's order paper, it is clear that the Finance Minister won't be here. Now, the Majority Chief Whip, Frank Anodompre, indicated to the House just about 5 minutes ago that the Finance Minister wrote to Parliament yesterday alerting the House of his inability to appear before them. The reason is simple, that he is still gathering data and information on some of the questions that have been asked by members of Parliament. He cannot walk into the chamber with half-baked answers or answers that wouldn't be sufficient for the members of Parliament. So he wants to get into Parliament fully armed, have a better appreciation of the questions and answer them for the benefit of the members of Parliament who will be answering it. And it's the reason that he is not appearing before Parliament today. I must say that the Minority Chief Whip, Muntaka Mubarak, who actually raised the matter on the floor of Parliament, is incensed over the conduct of the Finance Minister. He's not happy. He believes the Finance Minister is taking Parliament for granted and actually praying the First Deputy Speaker to ensure that the Finance Minister appears before them. But after a back and forth with him and his colleague on the majority side, in fact, Muntaka Mubarak indicated that some of the questions on the order paper date back as far back as 9-8 months. And so it cannot be true that the Finance Minister will be saying he is not gathering data and information to come and answer the questions on the floor of the House. So that has been his concern. But the First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Joseph Osei-Usu, who is actually presiding this morning, indicated to the House that, or directed that the question, all the 12 questions for the Finance Minister, be reprogrammed for next week so that he appears before the House and answer the question. Katie Hammond just walked in. He's now going into the chamber. Honorable Katie, if I can engage you briefly on an information on the Finance Minister appearing before the House, because your colleagues on the other side say the Finance Minister is running away from accountability is the reason he has failed to appear before the House. You are a member of the Majority Caucus, sir. The question is, 12 questions were programmed for the Finance Minister to answer today. He has evaded the question. He is absent. Your colleagues say he's running away from accountability. Your response, quickly, sir.
That's how you ambush members of Parliament. I'm going through, you called me to come and answer questions on television.
Well, I just saw you, I mean, live on
TV. Live on TV, you call people to come and answer questions. Is that how I do television interviews?
Well, he just walked away. Well, so that's Katie Hammond. But I must say that the majority says the Finance Minister will come back hopefully next week to answer the question. But Aisha, one more thing. The minority has been raising concerns about the President's failure to appear before the House to deliver the State of the Nation address. Today, we are learning that on the 30th of March, somewhere next week, the President himself, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will be in the chamber to deliver the State of the Nation to members of Parliament and, of course, to all Ghanaians. So they should be ready and brace themselves up for the State of the Nation address that will be delivered by the President on the 30th of March this year.
What other business is happening in the chamber, Parker?
Well, so, I mean, right now, there is a motion motion 12 on the order paper, which talks about the adoption of a report by the Finance Committee for a waiver of import duty, import VAT get fund for about 7 million euros for the construction of some selected roads in Sekendi and Takrady. So there are roads that will be constructed in Sekendi and Takrady. There's a motion by the Majority Caucus that they should grant the contractor some import waiver so that they can get the materials in Ghana for the construction of the project. So that is the conversation currently going on in the chamber.
Parker Wilson is our man in Parliament. We're surely opened in Parliament. Our lens is widely opened. We'll bring you all the updates in Parliament as and when we get them.